Hello and welcome to a stopgap episode of Missile Industries Ford Falcon 351 and Crusty Wagon project. Now this is going to be about wheels, and I filmed the majority of this content back on the 14th of March, which was in the middle of the week, when I discovered a set of wheels for sale that I quite like the look of. Now, they're a set of refurbished 14x8s and they look mint, but the drawback was they're asking big money for them, and the tyres, I'm not thrilled about the tyres that come with the wheels, to be perfectly blunt, and the offsets are a little bit how you going compared to what I've got away with on the sedan. So back then I pretty much ruled them out, and now I'll roll the footage of me talking about that back on the 14th of March when I had different ideas to what I have now. Hello and welcome to a midweek special Missile Industries Crusty Wagon project. Now, I've just seen a mint set of 14x8 hotwires refurbished crop up for sale here in Brisbane with a 4.5 inch backspace, and I thought to myself, will they fit my car? I don't know. And I think the best solution here is to steal one of these wheels off my sedan, stick it on the wagon and see what I can get away with. As you can see here, the jelly bean wheel is looking resplendent on the wagon, but obviously it doesn't get to stay because these wheels belong with my sedan and it would be sacrilege to change that. But these are 14x8 and I need to figure out what I can get away with in terms of width and offset to go on my wagon without too much panel beating. I am fully prepared to roll these guards if necessary. I'm not even ruling out a mild flare, but my concern with that is it would look pretty hokey because it'd be me doing it. So the mission for this episode is to check the offsets and see what I can get away with. So this is the hot wire alloy that came with the car. Now these are a 14x7 inch rim, and to be perfectly blunt, 14x7s are just a little bit slender for my tastes. I prefer an 8 inch wheel at the bare minimum because that will fill out the guards. The question is, what offset can I get away with on the 8 inch wide wheel? So this is effectively a 4 inch offset, leaving a weenie 3 inches from the hub face to the outside of the car. So we need to do better than that. As I suspected, that's a 4 inch backspace on this 14x8 wheel. Now I'm not exactly sure what the exact science on this is, but I'm pretty sure this is how it's done. You put a straight edge over the rim and you measure to the hub face, and that measurement gives you what you can get away with. So this is 4 inches from the hub face, and I'm pretty sure the ones that were advertised were 4.5 inch offset, so that's going to make them just a little bit too girly for my taste, because that's a whole 1/2 inch of wheel poke you're just not going to get, and I can get away with 4 inches of offset, so why not have it? Summary time for my midweek special. Looks like I'm going to need 4 inch backspace wheel to get this car with the hectic poke that I want. So I'm going to have to pass on those 14x8 hot wires that I initially spoke of, because they're probably 1/2 inch too girly for what I'm planning. I mean, I had to roll the guards on my sedan to get those 14x8s to work, and I'm not above rolling these guards or maybe even panel beating the inside of the wheel well to give them a little bit more room to move. I mean, that's what this car's all about, me trying some shenanigans to see what I can get away with. So there we go. Any suggestions? Feel free to put them in the comments. So back on the 14th of March, I'd pretty much decided against those wheels. Too expensive. Tyres were not the raised white lettering tyres that I would really want. So I thought to myself, what am I going to do? So I decided I would just get some 205 7014s with the raised white writing, same style as my sedan, and stick them onto these 14x7s. So I called the local tyre guy and said, do you have these available? And he said, no, none of our suppliers have them, and they probably won't have them for at least 6 weeks. Judging by what we can see on our inventory schedule, there are none in the country and they don't know when they're getting them restocked. So that was annoying. And he pretty much said, we've got BF Goodrich TA Radials available, but they're $289 each, whether they're 205s or 295s. So choose carefully if you go down that road. And I thought to myself, I'm not going to spend $1,200 on BF Goodriches for my 14x7s. Scratch that. So now I am at the crossroads again, saying to myself, do I want those 14x8 hot wires? They look great. And then the seller messes me with a lower price, which is still pretty expensive and still not the tyres I want. But if I can't get the tyres that I want anyway, maybe I should just get these 14x8 hot wires that have been refurbished. I'm sure they'd look great. But I can buy brand new 15x8 hot wires on any offset that I want for $1,800. And then I just have to go away and choose the tyres that I want and wear the cost of those tyres that I want with the white writing on the sidewalls. So I'm kind of stuck. I mean, the 14x7s look nice, but if you've heard the expression, clothes maketh the man, you kind of have the same thing with wheels, because a nice set of wheels can really make a project stand out, whereas if you go with wheels that are too skinny, it just doesn't work. I mean, I want as much wheel as I can get away with, because it makes the car look great. And if I can't do 14x8s or 15x8s in the offset that I want, do I really want to commit to big money on wheels that aren't quite right, with tyres that aren't quite right? I really don't. What I should probably do is message the seller with a counter offer that's more in line with what I'm prepared to spend on the next set of wheels I want to buy. Or I could just bite the bullet and put some cheapy tyres on these 14x7 hot wires, which certainly suit the Crusty Wagon, but I really want 14x8s. Feel free to chime in on the comments about what a sook I'm being, or about what you think a good set of wheels for this kind of car would be, because I'm kind of torn right now.